Tilly, have you seen Derek the Dodo? Because I can't find him anywhere.
No, sadly.
Oh my god. Okay, I told him to be here at this time and he's not here. I've told him to be here. Are you sure you haven't seen him?
I'm sure I haven't seen him.
Okay, right, that's fine. Oh my god, I think I see him. Okay. Come back here. Right here. No, come back here. No. Right, okay, I've got him. Right, do we have 4? 3? No, we have 3. Oh, okay. Just wait outside the door. Just wait outside the door. Okay, Derek, wait outside the door. Okay, right. So are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
My Daughter's Keeper presents Maulling of Death, a system-agnostic scenario adapted for Cairn the RPG. Session 3, Paying the Troll Toll.
This bridge is under new management,
He proclaims.
That means toll's gone up. You can pay in gold, gear, or fingers. We're not picky.
Another cackles and spits over the edge. It lands short, hissing on the stone near your feet. A third goblin, helmet too big for its head, adds,
Run back to your little fish uptown. We'll be there soon enough anyway. A cousin's got a wicked taste for turnip stew.
They think they have the upper hand. They're wrong. And somewhere behind those jagged-toothed smirks, they suspect it. The crate walker leans forward, lips peeling into something like a grin.
Well, what's it going to be, shiny face? Tribute, tantrum, or tangle?
Can I hear him? It's like, ah!
Oh, straight off.
Yeah.
Just like a scared reaction.
Yeah.
Yeah, give me a strength roll.
3.
Oh, yes. That's fantastic. You just absolutely, your axe just goes straight into the skulls of one of these. Roll me a d6 and we'll find out how much damage it does.
3.
Ooh, yeah, you watch as it starts to go cross-eyed and just falls over, having just slammed your axe into its head. And the other one is like, oh, bloody hell! You wanted to swing it, and Kenora is going to take a swing. Right, okay, we'll start with, let's have a dex roll to see whether you can avoid this thing's
14.
Right, yeah, you get to move first. Are you just going to whack it with your mace, or are you going to throw your net over it and try and take it prisoner?
Prisoner.
Okay, give me a strength roll then.
10.
Oh no! You throw the net at it, and it manages to wriggle free real quick. It pulls out a dagger and sort of swipes at you as it steps back.
You will have to pay the toll. Otherwise, I will take it from you and your lives.
Sorry, you can't do that. Also, I will say, you kind of like chickens. When you kill one of them, all they get scared. We'll say that. So step back, please. And we want to look for some other people who are missing.
No, if you want to get across the bridge, you have to pay the toll, or I take it from you.
Can I just, like, this...
Yeah, give me a dex roll.
6. Yep, that's fine.
Yeah, it's really good. Roll me a d6 and let's see what damage you do.
6.
Ooh. Brilliant.
It's a D6.
What do you do to this guy?
I just cut its head. Because that's what your first thing you need to do with a chicken, is cut its head.
You take the head off this goblin and you just watch as it sails off of its body and just plops into the river below. The sudden silence that followed was thick and ringing, like the moment after lightning and when the air forgets to breathe. Blood has poured in the seams between the ancient stones, steam rising in thin wisps. wisps as cool air licks it dry. The only movement came from the severed goblin hand still twitching near the edge. Its finger clenched around its dagger. Then came a noise from across the bridge. Voices, shrill, panicked, overlapping in a jumble of broken common and snarling barks. You couldn't make out every word, but the tone told the story well enough. Chaos. One was shouting to hold the gate, another to run. Someone squealed about setting fire to the oil stores, and someone else shouted back,
Not yet! Not yet! Wait!
A higher voice shrieked something about
The tall one with the mace!
and was quickly slapped into silence. You could hear them move now, boots skittering across the stone, the drag of furniture, metal scraping against metal. There was a barricading of items, but they couldn't agree whether to fight, flee, or simply curl in the dark and hope you never crossed. The heavy gate at the far end of the bridge rattled once and then went still. Something clanged, something thudded, and then, just for a moment, whimpering. The wind shifted, carrying across the smell of sweat, fear, and burnt fish. They knew you were coming. You hear this as you are walking across the bridge. And 3 more pop out. Let's have a dex roll from Kenora.
It's a 5.
That's fine. Yes, that's fine, because that's still a pass. You step back as one of them jumps off of the guard tower on the other side. And just like...
Can I just get my weapon out?
Yeah. And you've got your weapon. So roll me a d6.
1.
Yeah, you swipe at it. And you leave a long gash across its face, along the length of its long pointy nose. This horrible little goblin. So, oh, I need help down here. I need help.
Maybe we can make these into like green chicken nuggets.
No,
Just
we're
maybe.
not making them into chicken nuggets.
But they're so tiny, like chickens, and they act like chickens.
No, just leave them alone.
Okay, fine.
2 more jump down.
Alright, can I just immediately...
Give me a dex roll first.
4.
That's fine. Yeah, you avoid these 2 as they jump down to help their friend. And they start menacing you. What are you going to do? You're just going to swing your axe?
Wait, can I try to swing both of them?
Ooh. Yeah, that will need a strength roll to see whether you can cut through both of them.
2, so that should be fine.
Ooh, yeah. No contest. You can definitely do it. Let's find out just how much damage you do with your d6. Let's see if you can.
6.
Again?
How do you do, what do you do to these 2?
Slice up. Both of them.
Just a double head, just through the neck of one, into the next one, and their heads just come clean off and flop to the ground.
Yeah.
The one that's left, does manage to get in a swing. But with a tiny little knife. Ooh, that's not so good. Kenora, you lose 3 points.
Put a 3 there.
Where's...
Put 2 here. 3 there.
Here?
Yeah.
Yep. Right. And it's your turn. What are you going to do?
Can I try to kill it?
Yeah, you can just roll me the d6.
A 1.
I do a lot, but...
You swing back and you just gash the other side of its face. It's now got a cross of spike marks from your mace across its face.
Oh, you're not very nice, are you? All I want is your money.
Don't try to kill us then. Simple as that.
And with that, what does Lyran do?
I'll slice the rest of it off.
Yep, you roll the d6 then.
2.
Ooh. You don't slice this one's head off.
No. Okay.
Because perhaps it's just a little bit too fast.
Okay.
It's bouncing, it's trying to dodge as you go for it. But you do manage to land a really good blow, and you hear your axe just thunk into it. And as you pull it out, you see the black blood just spurting everywhere. And it falls down dead.
Why does black goo or blood kind of remind me of something? I don't know why, but it does.
The last goblin gurgles a curse which disappears into the sound of the river below. Silence follows, jagged and triumphant. The stones of the bridge, slick with black blood and rain, held the tension like old bone holding memory. Somewhere in the distance a bird shrieked and was promptly silenced. The gatehouse loomed ahead, its heavy iron-banded doors closed but no longer defended. A faint whimper came from within, too reedy for a threat, too close for comfort. The scent of oil and old meat clung to the walls, along with something stranger, musky, earthy, like damp moss crushed underfoot. A cursory search of the outer area reveals overturned crates and a scattered deck of crude playing cards painted with fish entrails, and a goblin with a boot-shaped dent in its chest. The others had fled or fed the river. Then a sound, a low, thudding knock from within the guard hut. Not the kind of knock one gives when asking to enter, the kind given by something asking politely to be let out. Another knock, heavy, steady, followed by a muffled voice. "Excuse me, hello? Is the noise over? I think they got quiet now, yes?" The voice was gravelly but not hostile, gentle, almost bashful, like a gardener apologizing for disturbing a funeral. A pause. "Wasn't with the goblins, if it helps. Been stuck in here since yesterday. Doll's very sturdy. Also bought it from outside. Again." Another pause. Then awkward cheer. "I can smell blood, though. Did you do a lot of stabbing? Or are you the ones that got stabbed?" The adventurers exchange a glance as the knocking comes again, polite, patient, and deeply, unmistakably heavy.
Okay, are you a human or tiny little weird children?
No, I am a troll. Is there any chance you could let me out now?
Do not kill it.
No. Trolls stay in cages.
Oh,
I will let you out if you don't try to kill us. Or steal our money. I need it.
Why would I want to do that? I just have to look after the bridge and take toll. You should know that it is a toll bridge after all. It is my job.
Okay, right. We're gonna let you out, and do not try to kill us or steal our money. Or you'll be
Why
dead.
would I be wanting to kill you? It is against the law.
Can I just open it?
In fact, give me a dex roll to see if you can open the door.
Hopefully, 15.
No.
Can I try?
There's a lock on the door. Yes, perhaps Kenora will have more success.
2.
Oh yeah. You see Lyran fighting with the lock on the door. You walk over, and just almost immediately the lock opens for you, and the door pops open. At first there is a darkness, a deep earthen musk rolling out, thick with damp straw, boiled roots, and the bitter tang of goblin piss. Then a shuffle, a grunt, a heavy thump. A shape stirs within the gloom, massive, indistinct, too wide for the doorway by a worrying margin. Something pale and shaggy moves leaves. A knotted limb unfolded with the sound of creaking bark in the winter. Then came the parasol. A large patchwork sun umbrella scraped against the frame as it emerged first, held delicately in one gnarled hand like a noblewoman shielding herself from scandal. It bore faded images of painted flowers, now smeared with dust and goblin fingerprints. Behind it, ducking and twisting with the care of someone far too used to tight spaces, came a figure. He unfolded slowly, awkwardly, like a creature pressed too long into the wrong shape. His shoulders the size of barrels, arms like knotted oat hooks, skin grey-green and thick, fissures like ancient stone. His face emerged last, long, craggy, wise in the accidental way boulders are wise. A pair of small spectacles perched uselessly on a wide nose, and atop his head sat a vast straw hat, sun-bleached and comically domed, its rim frayed from years of service. He blinked against the daylight, his pale eyes milky blue, adjusting to freedom, with the slow reverence of a mole surfacing after a siege. "Ah," he rumbled, voice like gravel stirred in a kettle. "That's better. Thank you kindly." He straightened with a pained grunt, knees popping like tree limbs in a storm. The hat tilted slightly as he attempted to bow, nearly knocking the parasol from his own hand. "Name's Morsweek," he said. "Bridge maintenance and toll collection, though," he sniffed, looking down at the dried blood. "Looks like I missed a beat." Then, almost bashfully, "Hope I am not too late for the trouble." Mosswick looks around and realizes that, yes, he is definitely too late to join in the action. And it takes him a moment, and he goes, "Oh, I see you have dealt with them all already. I'm not meant to do this, but what say you that we consider this toll paid, and if you come back this week, I shall let you cross again for gratis, for nothing. How does that sound, yeah?"
Yeah, that sounds fair.
Yeah.
Can I grab some spare chicken nuggets that I just always have with me? Perfect.
Yeah.
Yay.
Oh, thank you kindly. I have not eaten very well these last few days. Hey, say, these are good, very good. Most week like these. Can leave him to eat, or you can talk to him some more if you want.
I'll leave him to eat.
Yeah.
Eat in peace.
The adventurers stood for a moment beneath the battered shadow of the gatehouse, the river whispering low beneath the bridge behind them, and Mosswick, seated cross-legged just off the path, a makeshift feast of deep-fried chicken nuggets cradled reverently in his enormous palms. He held one aloft like a holy relic, sniffed it with grave approval, and then popped it delicately in his cavernous mouth. "Ooh," he sighed, eyes fluttering, half-closed. "Crunchy and moist. You people may not know how to build proper doors, but you know your flycraft is artistry." And without another word, the adventurers turned west, away from the bridge, the gatehouse, and the half-eaten bodies of goblins left to rot in the sun. The road narrowed, then vanished entirely, swallowed by brush and shadows. Trees loomed ahead, ancient things with their limbs gnarled like arthritic fingers, crowding together to blot out the sky. The forest accepts them without fanfare. No bird sang, no wind stirred in the leaves, just the soft crunch of boots over damp undergrowth, and the faint buttery scent of fried chicken lingering in the air behind them, until that too was swallowed by the dark. The forest closed in around them like a forgotten grave. At first it was only the light, dimming unnaturally fast as the canopy thickened overhead. Trees leaned inwards as if eavesdropping, their bark splitting and twisting into forms too gnarled to be accidental. The air grew heavy, wet, and close. Each breath tasted faintly of rot and wet iron. The trail, if it could be called that, wound through the bracken and mossy root barely wide enough for two abreast. Thorned undergrowth clawed at cloak and skin, though no bird or beast stirred in protest. No hum of insects, no rustle of rodents, only the crunch of their footfalls and the occasional wet snap of a broken twig beneath boot or heel. Kenora pressed forward in silence, her jaws set, gaze locked on a point somewhere ahead, as though daring the dark to blink first. Her footfalls were measured, deliberate, and somewhat accustomed to the silence as weapon. Lyran, following a few paces behind, her breath growing shallow. Every so often her eyes darted sideways towards the gnarled roots or hollowed trunks, as though expecting one to breathe. A withered clearing opened up, a patch of sodden ground ringed by black-barked trees that leaned inward, as though the land had once tried to scream in the forest that silenced it. A cluster of bones lie in the mud, too small for cattle, too jagged for comfort. Kenora crouches beside them, fingers brushing away the dirt, lips pressed in a thought. There is also the remains of what appears to be once a cart, a hand cart, but now just so much broken wood. Let's have a wits check from both of you.
8. Okay, 'cause most of my
11.
Yes, that's fine. You both passed. You seem to hear whatever it is that's hiding from you in the woods. Well, let's have some wits checks and let's find out whether you can spot anything important.
Is there anything in it?
Roll.
14.
Let's roll and find out.
And that's higher than all my stats, so that'll be in there.
A 6.
Yeah. Yeah, Laran doesn't find anything. Perhaps it's just, too much for you. Perhaps it's getting a bit spooky at this point. The dark, deep woods. But Kenora, your old city guard training comes back in, and you begin to spot things. You realize there's still food left in this cart, although something has definitely started to pick through what's there.
So what kind of foods are in there?
There's a lot of vegetables in there.
I'm gonna take the vegetables.
Okay, yeah, you take a sack of vegetables and
Can I eat them because I'm skinny?
well, they're not cooked,
Oh, but still.
and most of these would taste better if they're cooked.
Yes. I'm gonna keep them when I get back from the venture.
Okay, yep. You can add that to your inventory then. You had a thought, didn't you? What's your thought?
Is there like any sign of like, when you drag somebody, normally there's like a trail. Is there any signs of dragging, footprints?
Yes.
Something.
There is one mark in the dirt which looks like it might have been something large being dragged across the ground, but it stops at a tree.
Right. Can I go and investigate and see Nora? Just where the thing was.
Yeah, the cart. Yeah.
Can we see what's, like, if there's, like, something secret, or if we could just have to dig down and see, or do we have to chop down the tree?
You're looking at the trail and you're trying to work out, yes, you follow it to the tree. You're going to look up into the tree?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to climb it, if I can climb. Or I put my torch near the leaves to see if it starts burning.
Of course it's gonna stop burning.
The leaves are too high.
Yeah.
And you
It's
don't
not
really
worth
want to set fire to the forest.
I don't want to set fire onto. I don't want to throw it in now, or it's going to stay lit, making everything attract to it.
There, high above, nestled in the gnarled fork of a massive blackwood tree, half swallowed by lichen and shadow, a pack, leather, worn, rain-warped, a traveller's pack, Straps torn, one flap hanging open like a mouth left agape. Its contents, scraps of parchment, a broken tin cup, a length of green cloth, dangled precariously from within. Something red stained one corner, not fresh, not old, just wrong. We hope you've been enjoying the podcast so far. If you have, please do leave us a review wherever you get your podcasts. We also have a Patreon page where we offer early episode access, bonus episodes, a Discord community, and you can join us to play in scenarios as a top tier Patreon. If that's something you'd be interested in, then pop on over to patreon.com/My Daughter's Keeper.